All right, good afternoon, my tech drawing class. In this video, we're going to go through the Georgian house assignment number one, the panel door, and we're going to go steps one through five on this. So this video might be a little bit on the longer side. At this point, expect you all to already know how to open a file in Frame, how to save it to the Google Drive file stream. If not, please go ahead and watch that video. I also suspect that you know how to set your units up to architectural and to set your snap settings. This is for the information that is all right up in here. If you don't know how to do that, please go look at the video for setting up an AutoCAD file. So with all that said, we are to the assumption that you now are ready to go with step one, which is to do the assignment for this is assignment one, the panel door. Uh, you should have these instructions in front of you. If not, go to Schoology and download the packet, please. We're doing, again, assignment one, and the last page of this also has this page right here, which is going to give you a lot of information. I will be referencing both sheets throughout this video. So let's get started. So step number one says line command. We're going to draw the door outline at 3 foot by 6 foot 8 inches. So I'm going to come here. It does also tell me to turn on, I thought, yes, I should just have that on for this. Okay, there we go. So it says draw the line. Step one, grab the line. I'm gonna go ahead and start down here near the bottom. It's gonna leave me room later. So I'm gonna start right at this 1 foot by 1 foot mark. I'm gonna click, move my mouse up, and I'm gonna set this one for 6 foot, and the foot being the single quote mark. 8 inches is the double quote mark. So I now have 6 foot 8 inches. I can press tab. It moved it all the way up there for me. We're sitting at 90 degrees. You can see that off to the right there. So I can hit enter. I have my first line. Now I can come off to the side here. The second one is at 3 feet, according to instructions step one. So 3 foot. One across at 0 degrees. That's good. Center. Come down once again. 6 foot 8 inches. Tab. I'm at 90 degrees. Very good. Press enter. And then I can just close it off by bringing my crosshairs over to the corner. I get the green square inside the middle of my crosshairs saying that I'm on the endpoint. Click, and then I'm just going to hit escape to get me out of the line tool. That right there is step one. Oops. This is a great time to go ahead and save it. You can either go up here to the top and hit save as, which is the disk with the pencil in it. If you already have it saved through the Google Drive file stream to the right location, then you can just hit save. I do suggest at the end of the day, when you are done, go ahead and doing a save as at the end and make sure that it is updating. We will do that when we hit the end of step five. So next, step two says draw command 4-inch wide jambs side frames. So what we're drawing next are these parts here, and it correlates to step number two right there. Right, yes, right there, step two. So let's go ahead, and we know our snap settings because we set those earlier at 4 inches. So is our grid. So if I look on here, I'm snapping right at 4 inches. I'll start an endpoint, click. I could just go over to the 4-inch because it's snapping there, or I can type in 4-inch. I'm really am a fan of just typing it in. Again, it's the double quote. Press enter. Come down. Remember the height of our door here is 6 foot 8 inches. So 6 foot 8 inches. Tab, enter, down, and then I want to close it off. Press escape. That is one jam. Let me go ahead and do the other one. Click. Going off to the right here. I'm going 4 inches. Tab, enter. Going up 6 foot 8 inches. Tab, enter. And then I'm just going to close it off the jam. And that is step 2. Simple enough. So let me go ahead and save this. Step 3, we're doing the line command. Draw outlines of panels using 4-inch grid points as guides. Your snap and grid will let you do this accurately. So once again, since we did all this on 4-inch grid and snap spacing, then this will be very easy. And what we're doing are these boxes. Now, if we look at our big picture here, we see a couple, this is going to give us a lot of information. First, the top boxes here, they are 1 foot right here. I believe it says it. Yes, 1 foot by 12 inches over here, which is also 1 foot. So since all of these line up, we know that all of these are 1 foot wide or 12 inches. And this one here is saying it is 1 foot or again 12 inches. We know that with these lining up, these both will be 1 foot by 1 foot squares. We also know that these longer boxes, they are 2 foot squares because it says it right here. That's 2 feet. These all line up from tops and the bottoms. It says it again down here. That's 2 feet. These all line up tops and bottoms. So that makes these 4 here 1 foot by 2 foot. Finally, it tells us that from the top edge here to this top line is 4 inches. It says it right here. Since these lines are at the same height, then we know that both of these boxes are down from the top of the frame 4 inches. The spacing between the top squares and the second row, says it right here, is 4 inches. So when we know that these are both down 4 inches, the third row is 4 inches down. So these line up. These are both 4 inches down. Finally, this says 4 inches from this edge here. I believe it says, yes, right there, 4 inches. Since these all line up, then that means all of these are 4 inches off of this edge. I have 4 inches between the two columns. Since again, all these line up, they're all 4 inches away from each other. And then finally, we have 4 inches away from this outside edge. And because these all line up, they're all 4 inches here. So what that means is all of these boxes are 4 inches from the one above it, 4 inches from either side. The only difference is at the bottom here, it tells us 8 inches from the bottom of the door to the bottom of the last row. So this gives us a ton of information to work off of. We're going to start in the top left corner with our box. So I'm going to come over here. Again, I'm going to grab my line tool. From this corner here, I know I need to come down 4 inches because it says there on the paper. I need to come in 4 inches, and because my snap settings are set at 4-inch blocks, it's actually snapping exactly where I need to be. I'm going to click, and I'm just going to pull over to the side here a little bit. Now remember, we said our squares here are 1 foot by 1 foot or 12 inches by 12 inches. So I'm going to go 1 foot, tab, right, we're going to come down 1 foot, tab, very good. We're going to come over 1 foot. Remember, our foot is the single quote, enter, and I will close it off. Press escape. Grab the line tool again. From this corner here, I know that's 4 inches away, so I'm just going to slide over 4 inches. Click. I need to go 1 foot. Tab. Way over this way. Enter. I'm coming down now. 1 foot. Tab. Enter. Coming over. 1 foot. Tab. Enter. And then I'll just go ahead and close this thing off. And press escape. That is my top row. Going down to the next row. I'm coming down 4 inches. Click. Oops, I forgot to get my line tool. There you go, line tool. Coming down 4 inches, click. Coming over 1 foot because they're all the same width. Remember, I'm coming down, according to this, I'm coming down 2 feet. These come down 2 feet. So now I'm going to tell it, oops, I forget to enter. There we go. I'm now coming down 2 foot, tab, enter, up, or pan it up, over 1 foot, tab, I need to come off to the side here, very good, enter, and I will close it up. Escape. Do this again. Remember, we're coming off 4 inches, so coming off 4 inches, click, coming over 1 foot, tab, enter, coming down 2 foot, tab, enter, across 1 foot, tab, enter, and I'm coming up. Oops, I think I messed up on that last one. Let's do this again. Starting here, 4 inches off. Click with my line, coming over 1 foot, tab, enter, coming down 2 foot, tab, enter, coming across 1 foot, tab, enter, and just close it up. Escape. I now have the top 2 rows done. Last row, more of the same. Coming off this side, this line here, 4 inches, coming down from this other line, 4 inches. I have a snap right there, so I'm going to click. Coming over, 1 foot, tab, enter, down 2 foot, tab, enter, coming over 1 foot, tab, enter, and then coming up, I'll just close off the square and press escape. My final line needs to come over 4 inches, and it's down 4 inches from the one below it. Again, there's a snap there. I click, just kind of move over 1 foot, tab, enter, coming down 2 foot, tab, enter, coming across 1 foot, tab, enter, and closing off the square. Here we go. And that is step 3. I'm going to go ahead and save. Okay, step 4. We're now going to bring in offsets, which is in the modify panel in here, is right here in the bottom right corner, or I could always just type the word offset. Mine looks like a little pill with a little bump up and then a blue halo around it. I believe yours just looks like a little pill, half a pill, with a blue halo around it. Again, if you don't want to go looking for the tool, then what we can do is just type the word offset and press enter. Now, it's asking us what our distance is going to be that we want to offset the lines. According to our instructions in step 4, we are doing these at 3/4 of an inch, which also shows up right here at our outer bevels, right here at 3/4 of an inch. So 3/4, so it's like a fraction, 3/4, then the inch mark, which is the double quotes, press enter. At no point after I've started this offset have I clicked the mouse. So now it's saying select an object. I have this square on the screen. Now I will come over here. I will hover over an object, and for me it highlights. It may go into a dashed line for you, but I'm going to click it, and I'm just going to drag into the box. Now it doesn't matter how far I'm dragging down in there because I told it it's 3/4 of an inch is all it's going to come down. So drag down, click. On my side one, dragging into the box, and now I'm going to drag to the left because I'm doing the right. Click. My bottom line, I'll drag it up, so I'm dragging into the box again. Click. Then I'll select the left edge and drag it into the box. Now I'm going to repeat this for all of these boxes. This is, once again, the offset tool. It does not matter what order I do these in, as long as I get them all. And finally, the last one. Very good. Now I have them all offset. I can press escape, and that gets me outside of my offset tool. Now it is going to tell me, I believe we're still in step 4, that we need to fillet the corners. So let's go ahead and zoom in here to this one here. The fillet tool, yours probably looks like a line, like a 90-degree line with a curved corner. Mine just looks slightly different, but Fillet. I can click it, or I can just type in fillet, either or. Press enter. Now what this is going to do is it's going to take two lines, and where they intersect, it is going to discard the part of the line that I did not click on. So, for instance, I'm going to click this line here. Mine turns blue. Yours is probably going to turn into a dashed line. Now I'm going to go over to this line here. You see that upper corner goes away when I'm just hovering over it. So now if I click it, there they go. Those other two parts that went past this intersection just went away. For the fillet tool, you do have to select the tool each time you want to use it. It's not going to remember that you're using it. But go ahead and go through all of these lines and fillet the corners away, just like that. So go ahead and do this to all of them. Fillet tool, grab the line, grab the line that's crossing. Just keep going around. Click, click. Click. Fillet tool again. Click, click. Fillet tool again. Click, click. Fillet tool again. Click, click. Move over here. Fillet tool again. Click, click. Fillet tool again. As you can tell, this is a very repetitive action. Click, click. Fillet tool, click, click. Bottom line. Fillet tool. Click, click. Fillet tool. Click, click. There it is. Fillet tool. Click, click. Oop, missed. There it is. Fillet tool. Click, click. And the last box. Fillet tool. Click, click. Fillet tool. Click, click. Fillet tool. Click, click. And fillet tool. Click, click. So now, when I zoom out, I have the first bevel. That is all of step 4. So to make my life easy, don't forget, we're going to go ahead and save it. And now we're going to do step 5, the last step of this video, which is once again, we are offsetting. But this time, the instructions say on step 5 to offset 3/8 of an inch. It also shows it right here when we do our inner bevel to be at 3/8 of an inch. So I type in 3/8, double quotes for the inch, press enter. And I'm going to come into all of these inner ones and just drag them in 3/8 of an inch. Very similar to what we did in the previous step, except for the previous step, we did it at 3/4 of an inch. We're doing the same actions in 3/8 of an inch. This is really driving home what this offset tool does, and then eventually what the fillet tool will do. last row. Again, these are all my inner bevels. Very good. Press escape. And now I need to once again fillet the extra lines away. So grab the 2 lines. There it is. Fillet. Grab the 2 lines. Get rid of the excess. Fillet. Grab the 2 lines. Get rid of the excess. Fillet. Grab the 2 lines. Get rid of the excess. So that one box is done. And we just go ahead and keep going to the other boxes. Fillet. There we go. Fillet. 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 I'm not sure how closed captioning is pulling it. If it is doing, it should be spelling it out as F-I-L-L-E-T. Very good. Very good. Very good. All right, that's another row done. Top row. Very good. Very good. Very good. And last box. Lots of clicking going on here. And done. So now if I zoom out, you can see I have my box or my door. I have the jams in there. I have these 6 panels in here, and they are all double beveled, and I have cut away the excess lines. So this gets us to the end of step 5 and the end of this video. My next video will do lines 6 through 8. If there are any questions, please let me know. Don't forget, oh, one more thing, the save as I was going to show you. Come here at the end, save as. Make sure that you are going through the Google Drive file stream and that you get to your file. And the really neat thing is you can kind of see this in here. If I click over it and hover, it's going to tell me the size. If your size says 0 kilobytes, it's the 3rd line in there, then make sure you save it again as something else. You're having a problem with the save is all it is. So we will go ahead and select the name. When I say save, it is going to, there we go. It's going to ask me if I want to replace it because it already exists. Yes, I do. And we're done. So that again is steps 1 through 5 on the Georgian house assignment 1 panel door.